Hey, what is happening, my fellow DJs? Back once again with Alexi The DJ in the studio. It's time for us to do a firmware update of our Pioneer DJM-A9 mixer. Now, before we continue, just some FYI for you. Give us a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. If you really want to support the channel, click on the link at the bottom. Give us a $10 donation, and you'll be helping out the channel and pretty much saying thank you for the advice and the helpful video that you're about to watch. Now, moving forward, you got to make sure you got a USB thumb drive, okay? I did the firmware update with this USB thumb drive. This is kind of slow. It took me roughly 10 minutes to do the update. If you use a faster read and write speed USB thumb drive like this Samsung 256 gigabit per second USB thumb drive, which is over here, or you can click on the link over here and purchase a couple of these bad boys. It's going to make your life so much easier, trust me, especially if you're exporting your record box library or crates in your record box library onto the USB thumb drive, getting ready to go out to a gig, because with something like this, the Samsung one, it's going to be much faster than something like this. So make sure it doesn't have to be the Samsung one, but make sure that it is a fast read and write speed. You're going to thank me. Trust me. Now, moving right along, you're going to make sure that this USB thumb drive is formatted to FAT32 MS-DOS. Now, I run Mac, not Windows. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see on my screen, go to the search bar, search for disk utility, click on that. Then I've got my SanDisk, go to erase, and as you can see over there, MS-DOS FAT32. Then it's going to be readable on the actual mixer, which is behind me on my DJ station. If it's exFAT, it's not going to do the update. So make sure MS-DOS FAT32. Now this, of course, is for Mac. For Windows, you got to do what you got to do. Moving right along. Now, let's download the actual firmware. Let's go to Google, quick search, type out pioneerdj.com. It's still pioneerdj.com. Today is Monday, the 11th of March, 2024. It's just gone 6 minutes past 6. It's still pioneerdj.com, not Alpha Theta. So just some FYI for you over there. Click on the website. Once it's opened, you're going to go through to where it says products. Go to DJ mixers. Click on the DJM-A9 mixer. Scroll down ever so slightly. Go to support. And there's your firmware update. Released on the 14th of November 2023, version 1.02. Download the firmware. I clicked on where it says DJM-A9. It's gone through to my downloads folder, which is what I'm going to open up for you right now. As you can see, it is in downloads, and I'm going to drag and drop on my USB thumb drive, which I had prior. But nonetheless, as you can see, I've only got the DJM-A9 1.02.UPD firmware update on the USB thumb drive. That's the only thing on my USB thumb drive. Just in case, when we connect or insert the thumb drive in the USB port and we want to do of the DJM mixer and we want to do the firmware update, whatever the matrix decides to do, there could be a glitch in the matrix, and then you have to redo the firmware update. Now, make sure that you have got the device connected to a UPS so that you got backup power, because once it's updating, you don't want it to switch off. And secondly, if it's updating and there's a glitch, you might have a problem. So just for safety, make sure that there is nothing else on the actual USB thumb drive. Now, moving right along, I'm just going to minimize this. Now, to do the thumb drive, to do the actual firmware update, once we move over to the device itself, you have got to long press and hold the effects button. So that's the beat effects button on and off button, and the effects frequency mid button. So that's those circular red circles over there and there, and then power on the unit, which will go into this little screen, as you can see over here. It says updating from the current version that you're on, to the version you want to update. Now, I'm going to put the link in the description of how to get this this document, the program update procedures document. If it doesn't work on the link, how to find this? Really simple. You're going to go to the pioneerdj.com website once again, then click on support, scroll down to the DJ mixes. It's the same for all the other devices as well. Okay. We're going to wait for it to open. Once it's opened, we are going to move the cursor over to the DJM-A9 image. Then we're going to go firmware update. Scroll down, DJM-A9 firmware. Click on that. And then it says the article in the section DJM-A9 firmware update guide. Okay, do you see over here? Just click on that and it will open up the guide for you. Now, with that being said, let's move over to the DJ table. Okay, so now we've moved over to the actual mixer itself. Say now you're at an event location, whatever the case may be, and you want to see what firmware the device has. All you got to do is just long press the quantize utility button, go into mixer settings by pressing tab, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see version 1.01, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. Now, if you want to update the firmware, all you got to do is just power cycle or switch off the device itself. Then we are going to long press hold the effects knob as well as the effects frequency mid button, and at the same time power on the unit. Once it comes on, it will show you firmware or update version 1 point whatever you have, and we are going to update it by inserting the actual USB thumb drive in the USB socket itself. As you can see, it's busy updating at the moment, and that is busy 4%, and we're going to wait for it to finish. Okay, so now as you can see, the update has been completed, which means it is gone. The device has gone from version 1.01 to version 1.02. So now all you need to do is switch off the unit, remove the USB thumb drive, and then power on the unit, and version 1.02, Bob's your uncle, and you have just successfully updated the firmware of the unit to version 1.02. Hey, it's me back once again. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. If you really want to help the channel, click on the link at the bottom, give us a $10 donation. Alternatively, if you really want to help the channel as well, all you got to do is just purchase a couple of these USB thumb drives. Click on the link at the bottom. It will take you through to the Amazon page where you can find the Samsung Bar Plus 256 gigabit per second, 400 megabits per second USB 3.1 flash drive. Buy a couple of these bad boys. It's going to make your life really simple in the future. Thanks for watching and happy mixing.